In this video, I want to share with you the progress I've made with my engine, more specifically with the editor that I implemented last week. As you recall, I was able to use an editor to add entities to a scene, transform the entities, add animations, etc. However, there was a huge problem, and that is the fact that I was not able to save my scene nor load it back in. So this week, I worked on that and I fixed it. So why don't I show you what I worked on? So what you are looking at right now is the Untold engine and the editor that I worked on. So I'm going to add 3 different entities into the scene and add some animations, and then we're going to save it and then load it back in. All right, so let's do that. I'm going to add 3 entities and I'm going to add a component, and my first entity that I'm going to add is going to be a corridor, which would be this, or have part of it. And all right, so that is that. Now let me add the second entity, which will be one of the players, and that would be this guy right here. It's laying down, you don't see it, but I'm going to rotate it and now it should be visible. All right, and then let's add a second entity or a third entity into this, and let's choose this one. Again, is laying down, so let me flip it and I'm gonna move it by 1. All right, so now the other thing that you can do through the editor is actually link animation. So I'm going to link an animation for this and for this character. Let me go to this animations, and I'm gonna do shooting for this one, and for the other one I'm gonna do running. All right, so now when you play the scene, you should see the animations, the entities animating. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this particular scene, and then I'm going to load it back in. All right, so I'm going to export this, and I'm going to save it into my resource folder, and I'm going to call it, let's call the scene saving 1.json. all right, so the scene has been saved. Well, let's test this, right? Let me stop this and let me load up Xcode again, and the engine should pop up, and I'm going to open up the scene that we saved, and that was scene 1, and boom, you should see it. Now if I play it, you should see the animations that you linked into it as well. And that is basically what I did, guys. I was able to basically serialize and deserialize the data so that I can save and load the scene. Now what I want to do next is I want to fix some minor issues that I have with the editor, and once that is complete, I will be pushing this code to the remote repo in GitHub, so that way you guys can use it and use the engine with this new feature. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.